Hello. Uh, we're in the basement now. That's where the computer's been moved. That's just kind of it. It's pretty good. I actually like it being down here because then it's out of the way. So if I want to stream or whatever, I don't have noise coming in. It's pretty controlled to hear, and I like that. Plus, it's not as like hot or whatever. And when it gets cooler, I can use like a blanket when I use my computer, which is awesome. Anyway, uh, forgot last week because I'm like, well, nothing really happened last week, and then I remembered, gotta do this every week. That's the point. So we're doing it again. It's the last time in September. It's kind of crazy. We've already been at this for like almost 2, 3 months, right? Um, so Sunday did Curse of Strahd stuff. Help make characters with Jess, Chris, and Haley, which was pretty fun. That was good. Emotionally, I've been feeling pretty good just because I've been moving forward, and I did all my homework. I'm caught up. I just need to schedule time to take a test for my math class. I've almost beat Baldur's Gate. I got a new game today that I'm going to be streaming for Gamer Tuesday instead of Overwatch. So that's fun. Something I also like about this being bright, like I hate it being bright, obviously, but it means I can stream later. Like I can force myself to have things like, hey, I don't want that light there, so it has to be later before I can stream, which means I'm probably gonna go hit the gym so that some time can pass, so that it's not painfully bright right there and make my whole camera freak out, which is awesome. Uh, what could be funny is I put the green screen there, but that's not here or there. Thing that happened today while I'm so low down. I'll have to fiddle with this more. But while I was stocking them shelves, got to thinking like I usually do, and instead of thinking the normal stuff that goes on, I thought a hypothetical, which is how do you time this so perfectly every time Java update checker? Like, it doesn't matter when I do this; it always goes off. Whatever. Uh, I was thinking to myself, what do I do if the choice came to like either streaming on Twitch or doing my career in like radiology? It's the thing I'm going to school for. And I don't know what I'd do thinking about it because on one hand, uh, on one hand, being a doctor is kind of like the kingpin of jobs, right? Like you're on top. I can guarantee I make enough money. Pretty sure being a doctor comes with health insurance. So there's that. And then uh, additionally, like that's well respected. If I tell someone, "Hey, I'm a doctor," people go, "Oh, sick. That's awesome," and you don't have a bunch of asterisks or a bunch of explanations you have to do afterwards. But at the same time, being a doctor would take up a lot of time in my life. Would take up might make it more difficult to like have a family that I raise and I'm there for, which is something that I want. That's something I want in my life. And at the same time, I might not enjoy doing that day in and day out and it being pretty. I'm not worried about being stale because, people will come in with all sorts of things you got to figure out, you know. But, it's not like I can just decide, today I'm going to alter about how I do things because that could get people hurt. And additionally, it'd be a lot of pressure and stress, but that comes with like any career. So, really write that off the list. And then I think over like, what if I did like contents like YouTube and Twitch? I don't think it's realistic. I don't think I'll ever actually have this choice. For one, it requires a bit of luck, and two, it requires a lot more effort into the making video side that I haven't done and haven't been doing. So, that's something. And then, uh, on top of that, uh, but let's say hypothetically I did. We're jumping to the hypothetical. It's something that I know I enjoy. I love streaming. I love making a video. I've never, like, when I make them for just fun, and I don't make, like, a YouTube video about video games or whatever. Like, it's fun. I enjoy it, and I enjoy talking and presenting about something that I know about. And I know that like if I did like if that's what my job became, I would feel freer because even though I'd have to put in, the same amount of time, I'd still have to put in 40, 50, 60 hours a week working on YouTube videos, streaming, stuff like that. It's not like it'd be a set one. I would choose when I worked those hours, which could be which both helps with and would also be hindered by my ADD, which I've gotten a pretty good grasp on. But, you know, if it was entirely up to me to make sure I did everything every day and didn't have like, oh, I gotta clock in or someone's gonna, I'm gonna be in trouble. Like, it's like, I don't. Having no one to report to would probably make it a little more difficult, but I could do it. I'm pretty sure. Um, and just the amount of joy I feel when I make something and someone enjoys it is so satisfying. But, I'd have the stress of making sure I made videos on time, making sure it released on a consistent schedule, make sure I'm streaming regularly enough so people keep showing up. What if I suddenly become no longer relevant and out of nowhere it's like, I don't have a job anymore and I haven't gone to school in forever. Like, I'm not saying I'll ever drop out of school as far as I know now, unless I like woke up tomorrow and it was like, yep, you can pay for your life now with Twitch subscribers. I wouldn't drop out of school. I just wouldn't. But if it came down to like choosing between making content, which is not something I do very often, and then being like a doctor, I don't know what I would choose at this moment. They'd both be so far away that I wouldn't know. But it's something I was just thinking about, And I know that kind of was rambly on, but I think it definitely shows what emotional state I'm in right now, where as opposed to thinking about this one thing I did, I'm thinking about where is my life going? If this happened, what would I do? Gotta keep putting in the work for school. Gotta keep putting in the work for Twitch if I ever want that to take off. Gotta keep doing this. I'm very much I'm happy where I am and I want to move forward, which is kind of the goal. I haven't had any spirals or emotional things yet. As far as what I've been working on in therapy with the being better at just accepting what emotions I feel in any situation. And just being okay with like sometimes you feel sad, sometimes you don't feel sad, sometimes you feel angry, sometimes you don't. Because what I've realized is a lot of my problem comes from I'm supposed to feel X, but I don't feel that way. And that's when I kind of get into my own head. And I need to be okay with not feeling, which is weird to say out loud, but I need to be okay with that. Yeah. Later this week, I have an ortho appointment to get the bottom retainer fixed. Castlevania Nocturne comes out this week. That's pretty poggers. I have a date later this week. Still scheduling that. But, we do what we can because we must. I think that's kind of it. That's all I wanted to go over. Nothing else of note. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to go put on some sweats and go to the gym. And just work out for a little bit. Because I need to wait for it to be darker or the light interferes with my setup. With my camera and stuff, so. But, getting a little exercise on. Getting that on. Pretty good. Alright. That's it. I'll see me next week.